Hello everyone, welcome back to City Skylines, where today we are back in Lake City trying to build a large city, or what would 25,000 population look like? Somewhere between a grand city and a capital city, where the vast majority of the public can be transported using ferries. So we're looking at transporting 250,000 people by ship alone. In between episodes, I went away and I built this little area over here just to boost the population up, so that we have access to high density zoning options, which include high density residential, commercial, and office zoning, which we are going to start looking into playing around with today. Now, I know initially I was going to build like a large city centre over in this direction using that massive road, but I've decided, hey, we're going to ignore that idea, and instead what we're going to do is we're going to start looking into building maybe not a city centre per se, but we're definitely going to start looking into building a much larger section of the city, kind of over here, and start expanding it out in this direction. At some point we will have the chance to start using maybe a highway. We'll build a highway connection that will take all of our goods that we're shipping in, or that we're making on site, and take it straight into the city. But for now, what we want to do is we want to unpause the game, and while we're currently making money, we are going to build a firehouse. I'm going to build the firehouse here, just because it really needs it. Alright, now what we're going to do is, because we're about to run out of space in our garbage collection, I'm also going to just build another one there, just so that, you know, on the off chance that we do start running out of space, it's not too much of a big deal. Now, what I would like to do is just upgrade all of that. Then we're going to upgrade all of this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And then what we're going to do is grab a little bit of this, and we're going to drag this out in this direction. Maybe not that far. We'll go that far. And then we'll do it to about there with that. And then we're going to go like this. And we're going to go and do a little something like this, because what we want to do is we just want to fill in all of this little extra space that we've just got kind of sitting around, not doing a lot of anything for the city. And the reason that I want to do this is because we've got the the high density residential spacing, which we want to start putting in and making use of. So we're going to just put that out like that, and then we're going to go like this, and a bit like that, and we're going to, no, not long enough. Actually, no, because that's 10. That's not. that is. Now, ooh. Hey, we're actually making some money. And that's only a surprise to me because previously it was always a struggle to get money flowing into this little city here, but it probably makes sense that the sooner that we started making use of the high density residential, we'll obviously start making a bit more money. Now, with all of that under construction, we are also going to put in one of these here, and we're going to start emptying that one. Multiple, no more room. Building is set to empty. There we go. Awesome. And we are still making a hefty amount of money. That is good. In fact, we're making so much money that we could afford to put a little something in there. And then we can build a cemetery. And I think what we'll do is we'll put the cemetery over, put it there. Alright, so we've got the police station. So I went away in between episodes. This is probably an important thing to note. In between episodes, I went away and I constructed this little area over here, this little suburb. Although it could probably be considered more than just a suburb. With the hope of boosting our population up just a little bit more so that we can get access to the higher density residential and commercial zoning. Because what I would like to do is go through, dezone all of, oh actually no, hold on. We want to keep all of you in there. What? Where did my... No, actually. Looks like we'll have to do this. We're halfway through the episode already. Although I might just cut all of the mucking around nonsense out. But I have gone away and I have built some high density stuff. Stuff is a good way to describe it. Some high density residential zoning. What we're going to do is remove all of this, and we're going, oh excuse me, we're going to replace it with some high density commercial zoning. And the reason for this is because it chews through more of the commercial zoning. I have a mod that allows me to toggle the zoning on like roads and everything, because sometimes you get zoning like this and you're just like, well, I don't want that. I don't want any of this, you know, but like you gotta make use of it somehow, I guess. That allows me to get rid of the zoning on roads, because, you know, you get zoning like this and it mucks with everything that you could be trying to do in a city. And I really didn't like it. Like I don't like how this mucks with everything else that I could be trying to do. And I use the mod a lot because it really helps. It really helps me when I'm trying to plan out how I want a city to look. Particularly if I'm going to have weird zoning. But, you know, sometimes you can't help it, right? Like, you're going to get weird zoning. Might as well just make the best of it. At least you don't have to go far for water. The entire The entire residential area is just going to burn down now. Which is not great. I should probably do something to fix that. What we're going to do is... Well, I think actually putting like a fire station, is probably the better idea, just because it's like a much larger fleet of I want to say destroyers, but it's not destroyers. It's a much larger fleet of fire stations. Fire engines is the one? Yeah. What we're also going to do is... You're covered by water. I'm also going to build you here. And hopefully that sorts that issue out. Oh wait, but you don't have power. My bad. There you go, now you do. Trolley buses require a special road. Yeah, we're not doing trolley buses then, that's just too complicated. Ooh. Intercity bus station. Bus stations use coaches for people to travel to and from the city. Bus station requires highway connection. Intercity bus station does not require intercity bus lanes with stops, but allows the placement of regular bus stops on the bays. Ah, neat. Intercity bus terminal, larger alternative to the intercity bus station. Bus terminal uses coaches for people to travel to and from the city. Bus terminal requires a highway connection. Intercity bus terminal does not require intercity bus lines or stops, but allows the placement of regular. Okay, so it's just a bigger one of this. What is that? Ooh. Nope, that's... Ooh. Maybe if we can, like, get it into here. Well, we need to put it somewhere. Actually, there's probably a bad idea. I don't know. It's something that I'll have to think about. Although... we could, actually. Just slap it down over here. Like, I know it means that they have to come through, like, the industry area, or... actually, they might just come through this area. All things considered. Who knows? But what I was thinking was we could put it down, like, near the ferry pier. But thinking about it again, maybe what we'll do next time. Jesus, I keep getting distracted. What we'll start looking into next time is probably constructing the city centre, now that we've got like a decent income coming in each week. The issue, of course, with that is that we're going to have to seriously consider where we're putting everything in, you know, all of that nonsense. But I don't think it will be too much of an issue. Like, part of me does want to carve this out, but like carve this section here out so that we can have a bit more free-flowing water. Or maybe what we do, it's going to very quickly just look like it's like this small suburb area is going to become like the center of the city, with the main city kind of just expanding all the way around it, which probably isn't too bad of a way of doing it. But definitely next time what we're going to look at is, because we are like almost to the 9,000 already, we're almost got a big city. I will probably hold off until we get the big city, because what I would like to do is start setting up, like when we start setting up the main city itself, wherever it ends up being, it probably end up being kind of just this entire section here. We'll probably put the campus over here. We can have like a shopping center or a couple of shopping centers kind of just in these areas, with probably, thinking about it, leisure over in this, on this side, so it's right next to the highway, comes straight in, and then tourism. Actually, maybe leisure on this side with tourism on this side. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out at some stage. The next question is could I get away with? Ooh. Ooh. Maybe I could. Oh, maybe I definitely could. Yes, we might start looking into that. Of course, I'd have to figure out how I'm going to get all of this to work. Oh, look at that. We've got a small city. Okay, so what I'm going to do next time is we will start building the city itself, the main section of the city. So we'll be looking at building just like a massive city, making it as big as we possibly can. We're just going to get rid of all of that because we don't need it. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this highway, and what I will probably do in between episodes is start setting up kind of the highway connections for the city. Yes, that's what I'll do. Between episodes, highway connection for the city. And then in the next episode, what we'll do is we'll go through and we'll start setting up the city itself, which will of course include extra boats and everything that will come with it. And what we could potentially do in a future episode is... small city, big city. Okay. It's going to be, like, it's a really quick jump, I think, between a small city and a big city, but it's going to be a tricky jump to make. However, I'm leaving this episode here. I've gotten distracted, rambled on long enough. What we're going to do in the next episode is I'll come back. I will have the two main highway connections into the main city sorted. They'll all be set up and everything, and we can get straight into building out the rest of the city. This is going to probably be an episode where I kind of speed it up and I talk over it. Not this episode, but the next episode is going to be an episode where I'll jump into the game, I'll do all of this stuff, like I'll build it all out, and actually what that means is we could probably just do it all in one chunk. The real question is how are our loans going? I could probably 174 weeks left, 8 weeks left. Pay both of those now. And what happens? That should drop to 0 fairly quickly. Because in theory, we don't need loans anymore. Now that we've got everything else sorted. We'll just boost all of those up to 12. Can bleed as much as we can out of all of it. Oof, look at this. Only making $1. That's not a good sign. Almost got it sorted. Alright, but yeah, no. Next episode, we're going to be building the main city itself. Yeah. We have that to look forward to. If you are enjoying this series, I'm just going to leave this running. If you are enjoying this series, make sure that you hit the like button. If you enjoyed the video, this episode is a bit more rambly than others. But that's because I've tried recording this like half a dozen times. Like this is the 6th time that I've tried to record this where I've actually been able to make progress without the game just like you have lost because you hit because you went below the 0 mark. But what we're going to do, yes, next episode, city time. We're going to start building a city, like a mass, like we are building a city in general. But if you can be quiet, please. What we are going to do is, don't need you there anymore. City time, big city time. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can see the next episode, and make sure you comment down below. If you have any ideas for names for districts or campus areas, make sure you put them in the comments down below. I will of course ask each episode where we do need names for districts. But yeah, until next time everyone, keep being awesome, and I'll see you around.